Hello, Seiiti Arata. Social media platforms are usually seen as the greatest enemies of productivity. People who complain about social media usually spend more time than they would like scrolling through other people's lives. But just as any other tool, social media can be used in different ways, and you can increase your chances of achieving your goals by 65% using social media. But I warn you, this isn't a strategy for everyone. You can try to use this technique, number one, if you're currently failing at achieving your goals, and number two, if you actually enjoy posting on social media. The strategy consists in making a public commitment, announcing it to the world through your social media, the goal that you have committed to achieve, and afterwards document your progress and difficulties while you're attaining that goal publicly on your social media accounts. Making a public commitment increases your chances of achieving your goals by 65 to 95%. A study showed that if you make a commitment with a personal goal publicly, your chances increase by 65%. And if you also have a specific person that you can be accountable to about your goal, your chances increase by 95%. Now, you can greatly enhance your chances of achieving your personal goals by making a public commitment in your social media accounts and publishing your step-by-step journey. For some reason, we tend to break less the commitments that we make to other people. If you have a commitment only with yourself, it can be a risk factor. You are able to come up with thousands of justifications not to fulfill that agreement, but when we have a commitment with someone else, we find it more difficult not to keep our word. We don't want to look bad in front of others when we have to be accountable to them. And that accountability is a way for you to make your journey towards your desired goal more transparent. And it's an excellent way to do that nowadays using your social media accounts. Instead of keeping your goals in a private notebook with a plan that only you know, choose one of those goals and tell the world what you're trying to accomplish. Publish it in your bio, make a video, write about the topic. Be transparent about what exactly you want to achieve. Don't say, for example, that you want to lose weight, because that is a very generic goal. Say that you want to lose 4 kilos in 1 month by using the ketogenic diet, by going for walks 3 times a week. The more specific you are, the bigger your chances are to reach that goal. Don't create, instead try documenting. Social media must be a transparency tool for you to document your progress towards your goals. And once you have gone public about your commitment, the next step is documenting your journey to achieve that goal. In order for social media to help you achieve your goals, you shouldn't create artificial content to publish in your profile. Think of yourself more as a documentarist and less of a fiction film director. If your goal is losing weight, for example, it is not useful posting a heavily edited photo that only shows a healthy fish and salad meal, when in reality you are furtively eating a box of chocolates for dessert. You won't be fooling other people, but yourself. The idea here is to use social media to create a narrative that helps you to conquer your goal. If you are already spending several hours a day using social media passively, why not use those tools in a productive way to conquer your goals? It is not about being perfect. It is the exact opposite. You must share your difficulties, register your mistakes, even ask for help when it is necessary. The documentation of your journey on social media on the way to achieving your personal goal has 2 effects. The first one is that you tend to step away from your path less often when there are other people watching you. Documentation forces you to act, not just stay on a promise and end up not fulfilling it. In the end, if you don't do what must be done, you won't have anything to document. The second effect is that you can receive feedback and comments and even advice from the people who are following your journey. If you're lucky, you can even create a network of people willing to help you achieve your goals. Apart from the actions that you are taking to achieve the chosen goal, a good strategy is posting your progress through objective indicators of that goal. Returning to the previous example of losing weight, if you already established that you would be losing 4 kilos in 1 month, well, post a photo of your weight on the scale every week. Now beware of haters, overexposure, and excessive pressure. If this technique is getting in the way more than actually helping you, stop. stop the experiment. As I already said in the beginning of our conversation, this technique of documenting your journey while in the process of achieving your goal on social media is not for everyone. There are lectures that use old studies showing that people who talk about their ambitions have a smaller chance of achieving their goals, because some people consider that somehow the goal has already been achieved just because it was made public. But those studies were made before the rise of social media. And on social media, we cannot say that people think that the goal was already achieved only because it was made public. There is no way you can post something that exists only in your imagination, right? The biggest problem is slightly different. Even when used with good intentions, social media can often become a toxic environment. If your journey starts attracting a lot of people, it is also likely that haters will start appearing, people who will leave negative comments, who will make fun of you, will try to bring you down, all kinds of negativity. A way to avoid that overexposure is making your profile private and allowing only people who you know are true friends. Block, silence, and report haters to keep the best environment possible on your account. But even if you feel that the documentation of your journey on social media is getting in your way instead of helping you, just stop the experiment. Let people know that you were trying to do something that didn't work out. Thank those people who were following you until that moment, and continue with your life trying to achieve your goals using other methods. Always try to make your public commitment with short-term goals, no more than 1 month. If your goals are bigger than that, break them down into smaller goals that can be adapted to the maximum deadline of 1 month. That is enough time for you to see whether the technique will work well for you or not. In case it does, well, keep going. Create a new goal for the following month or commit yourself with another objective. But if the technique of the public commitment on social media doesn't work out for you, well then try something else. Each and every productivity technique is only helpful, only useful when it is helping you to reach your objectives. If you are willing to try and use the public commitment strategy, you can use the comments below this video to start your journey. Let us know what goal you want to achieve. It must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely with a defined time frame. Tell us what social media platform you will be documenting your journey in. And when you finish, come back here and share the results you achieved. Personal goals have more chances to be achieved when you make a public commitment with an objective and you become accountable for what you're doing. But those goals must be aligned with your life plan, a full plan for life that contains your highest personal values, as well as the next practical step you have to take to achieve the goals you planned. I know that all of this requires great willpower, and that is why we prepared a special class for you in the course Planning Your Life about how to increase your willpower in practice. You can watch this special class right now by accessing this link here, arata.se/willpower practice.